We are looking bare, not bare, we still have stuff in here. It's just gathering fragments, little pieces here and there. Oh, we do have HelloFresh meals though. So thank you HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Friday, the real Friday, that we're gathering our fragments on Friday. Last week we gathered on Thursday, and that was actually really good for me because Friday we had other things to do, and it just worked out. But by the end of the weekend, we're like, we need some food made. So this week we're doing things a little bit different because I told you we just have different things happening in life where I'm not like eating every single meal at home. And even this weekend, like we're eating out, we're going to a friend's house tonight. Tomorrow we have a back to school bash at our park. And so there's not a lot of, like the next 2 nights, we're not going to be eating at home. And so I thought, what can I make? And of course, you still need food. You still need food. We still need breakfast and lunch, and we will need dinner on the weekend. So I sat yesterday, I had to think long and hard. What can I come up with? So we have a lot of bagels. So I'm going to make some, you know what? I won't tell you everything I'm going to make because I'll just make it based on how we, let's surprise you, because sometimes I'm just like, I'm tired by the end. But it's going to be gathering your fragments, gathering up different supplies, things that we're going to do. We got a couple HelloFresh meals to throw in there too, which will be nice. I'm going to do some things for portion control and weight loss. Not that I'm an expert on weight loss, but some people ask, like, do you eat differently than your kids? Not always. But sometimes if I want to take a step and kind of do a few things, because I want to lose some extra pounds, don't like to, but sometimes I'll make things separately for myself, and I'll show you how I'll do that today. Just some little tips. It's nothing crazy, but just the ways that you can do that. So I'm going to get an apron on. We're going to get going with our day. Let's have a great Gather Your Fragment Friday. First, I'm going to put some flowers here. See what I got. A pretty vase. Flowers are pretty. I've never been much of a flower person, not much, but as I get older, I like flowers. Don't feel bad if you don't have flowers. I would take little flowers my kids would give me, like they would go out and pick dandelions. Dandelions are mama's heart flower because that's the ones the kids pick. But when we lived in Michigan, there was a lot of wildflowers around us. We don't have a lot here. We have a few things in our mountain we find and we're like, ooh, that's a pretty flower. But I'm not sure how much to cut off here. I know you're supposed to cut these underwater. We'll just put them in like that. And so the kids would always pick wildflowers and bring them to their mama. And I was like, so sweet. And then they'd go out every day and get them so you'd have a fresh supply of flowers. But I do like flowers. Flowers are pretty. Never did before. Just like never liked getting pedicures before. I like doing that now. These are pretty. I think you get older, things change. You appreciate things like flowers and pedicures. Oops, I probably shouldn't cut these so short. Let me leave some of these long. Flower stems are strong. Think of like a tree trunk, how strong a tree trunk is to hold those big old trees up. Oh, just drop that everywhere. Cut these a little bit shorter. There. So pretty. Let me add my water. Probably should have done that to begin with. Let's get it in the water. There we go. Got some pretty little inspiration for today. Little reminders. Little reminders of God's love, God's faithfulness. I think of scripture where it talks about how he dresses the lilies. Are these lilies? They're not lilies. We'll pretend they're lilies. Are they? What are they? They're daisies, right? I think they're daisies. I don't know. I don't know my flowers. Does it say? No. But you think, let's go back to scripture where it says he dresses the lilies with beauty and splendor. And how much more does he love you? That's a song. How much more does he love you? How much more he's going to provide? That's a song actually right now. What song is that one? It's Gyra. I was just thinking of the song because I've got a couple different songs from Maverick City. But anyways, but that's true. That's so true in scripture. If you think how he dresses the lilies with beauty and splendor, how much more does he love you? And how much more is he going to provide for you? So I think of that. I used to have when we first became Christians and just thought about things. And I had a little fake bird nest. One of my like spiritual moms, she suggested, she gave me like a little nest and it had like a fake bird in it. And it talked about the birds, they don't go and sow, and stack up their barns filled with stuff. No, they trust that God is going to provide through everything. And so every time I'd see that bird, I would think, you know what, God is going to take care of me. If he takes care of the sparrows of the air, the birds of the air, the fields, like he clothes them all, don't you think he's going to provide for you? He is going to provide for you. And so just trusting that, that's the hard part. It's so simple, but it is the hard part. So I like that. So beautiful little inspiration. All right, let's start making some food. Get an apron, make food. Okay, so first thing I think about is breakfast. So I have a lot of bagels. I just pulled them out of the freezer. So we actually ate the chocolate chip ones, the kids did, and they like those. So in the refrigerator, I think I have a package of chocolate chip ones, like maybe one bagel tin that I'll use up today. And I think I have one bagel. So I'm gonna put one of these in the drawer because there is salami and cream cheese. And then this one I'm gonna make some egg sandwiches, really simple. I'm just gonna do, what is there, 5? 1, 2, 3, there's 6. 6 bagels. I'm gonna make 6 small little bagels with the egg and cheese. So if they wanna grab that and eat it. And then I'll probably do a couple egg cups, just a couple, not a lot. And then that way, I can put it on. I'm gonna put maybe some spinach in it. I might do spinach. Yes, spinach. I'll see. I don't think I have any meat. I'll have to look and see. Make one for myself, and then I do have peppers. I might use peppers in there just to make a couple small ones, and then I'll put those, and then I'll eat those with a bagel thin for breakfast. That's a good way to do something different than your family where you're not making a humongous meal. Like make your breakfast food for you. So I'll just do egg cups with the veggies in it, and then when I go to eat it, I'll put on a bagel thin, which is, I don't do calories, but 110 calories. It's a lot better than the big, giant, delicious 270 calorie bagel. So I will do that. I'll put some salsa on it. That's really good too. I might actually put the salsa in the eggs. I'm gonna do that actually. It's just delicious. So I'll do that, make those next. Let me put one of these in the refrigerator, both these in the refrigerator, and then I'll get out my eggs. Okay, this one's easy. Just gonna crack eggs in a pan. Now I have done it where I've done it in the oven and did it on a cookie sheet. I have done it where I've done it in little muffin cups. There's so many ways you can make these individuals for bagels. I'm just gonna do this. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, how am I gonna do mine? Do I wanna do egg cups? Because I don't really want the mess. I don't. So I'm thinking I would just make, I'll do 6, there's 6 eggs, right? 6 for the bagels that I do have right now. Let me get a towel. This will just be for the individual bagels that we do have for the kids because they don't love all the veggies and stuff in the eggs. They just like plain eggs. I need to get different salt. The salt is like clumpy salt. So I'm just gonna cook this. And then for my mixture, I think I'm going to chop up some veggies. I have frozen ones. I'm just gonna pull them out of the freezer, chop up a little bit, just do a small amount. And then I'll make a pan of scrambled eggs. And then I'll just cut up the scrambled egg, basically like an omelet. I'll make an omelet. And then I'll take it and I'll just cut it, like in maybe 4s. 4s will take me 4 breakfast worth. And then I'll have that for breakfast with my mini bag or the thin bagels. That's gonna work. That will lessen the amount of cleanup I have because otherwise I have all those little egg cups and I've turned the oven on just yet and I'm not ready for that. That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna cook these. It'll be good. I'm gonna get some frozen veggies right now to chop up to put in it. Just to make a little easy version, I just took a couple ice cubes and put it around the corner. You can pour water too, but it just puffs up and then it'll melt slowly. Put the lid on, it'll kind of poach them a little bit. So these are done. I'll just put these in the refrigerator. You put them in a container, whatever you're gonna do. You can also freeze these and they thaw really well and fine. I'm just doing 5 or 6. Put them in the refrigerator, they will get eaten up. So that's easy. I'm gonna make an omelet basically for myself and then I'll just cut it in quarters. So I'm gonna chop up, I have some frozen pepper onion mixture for fajitas. I'll chop a little bit. I do have a zucchini. I'm gonna cut a little bit of that. And I have spinach. That's gonna be my veggies and salsa. I know, because that's my tomato. And I'm gonna mix that up, just kind of cook that real quick. On the pan over here, then I'll add some scrambled egg mixture and top with Parmesan cheese. Yummy. So to make an omelet perfectly on top, just stick it in the oven on the broil setting. You can flip it over, and I guess I could have, but it's pretty thick, and I didn't want to like make it flat because I want it to be like a solid, you know, little pancake type thing. So I'm just gonna put it, it's in the oven, it's still broiling, it'll broil the top, the bottom's cooked. So what I'm gonna do now is I have cinnamon bread that I got from the discount store, and it's a small loaf, but I do have another small loaf of some wheat. I don't know if we'll eat all this because there's a lot of bread. So I'm gonna make French toast, simple French toast, put it in the refrigerator. The kids can eat it for the weekend if they choose not. They can freeze it, it does good doing that. So I'm gonna crack some eggs in here, then cook it on the griddle. Handle's hot, make sure you use a hot pan. This is, look, it turned out perfectly. I'll let this cool and I'll take it out. I'm gonna put it on a paper plate, cover it with another paper plate. That's how I'm storing it in my refrigerator because I'm gonna eat it up the next few days. So that'll be good. I'm just heating my griddle right now. Usually I use coconut oil, but I have vegetable oil and I don't know why I bought it. I think to fry chicken in, not a good fryer. So I remember my mom using vegetable oil to make French toast. So I'm gonna put this on here and then we're gonna just make some French toast. Very simple. I added heavy whipping cream this time because I only have a little bit of milk. I could use powdered milk, but I have a lot of heavy whipping cream in the refrigerator and just no need for it. So that, and I added vanilla and cinnamon to it. So we're just gonna cook them over here. Now when I go to have this for breakfast today, I will cut it this way and then I'll have a chunk on my bagel. I'm just let it cool because I'm not gonna eat just yet. Thank you HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. With HelloFresh, you can get mouth-watering seasonal recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. With HelloFresh, it's America's #1 meal kit. It makes cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. You can enjoy more sizzle and savings this summer. As the temperature rises, HelloFresh knows people are looking for more ways to avoid the oven. So this year they are launching summer-only limited time recipes and specials. And HelloFresh's recipes are so delicious. They offer many different varieties. I know for our family, we have enjoyed many different kinds of foods that we normally would not branch out and make on your own. And it's been a pleasure being able to try out different foods and see what my family likes, see what they don't like, and just expand those taste buds. And it takes the stress out of all meal planning and making it effortlessly. By having all the instructions, what you gotta do, you can have your dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, with their quick and easy options. HelloFresh can help you eat more sustainably too. The packaging used to ship your food is almost entirely made from recyclable and or already recycled content. I know I take the ice packs and I reuse them. I keep them. A lot of you suggested putting like a frozen ice package, like a container full of water in your freezer. Well, I just use the ice packs and put them in the bottom of my freezer, and it works out really good. If you want to get and try HelloFresh, you can go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AmyMaryon14 to get 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's a good deal there. All right, so I'm going to move on to dinners. This is going to be something for myself. This right here is from HelloFresh. It's a spicy, I'm going to say this wrong, harissa chicken bowls. I don't know, whatever it is. But what I love about it, and again, I'll probably mispronounce this, is it, no, it's actually Bulgur. Bulgur burger. Now, back in the day, a long time ago, when we had to stretch our meat, like if you were to stretch hamburger because it's expensive, buy yourself some Bulgur. I was able to buy it like huge, like 50 pounds of this stuff lasts forever. And you make it, here it is, and you can add about half of it to your meat mixture and it tastes like burger. I have a recipe on my blog and I'll send you there. It's Bulgur burger, I call it. It's just a way to stretch ground beef if you need to. So I was kind of excited for this recipe. But I do remember making a recipe like this similar a long time ago. I would like it, some of my kids would not. So for me, when we talk about, you know, what kind of meals do you make for yourself to be able to eat healthier, this right here, I love it because it's 640 calories for a bowl. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it and put it in bowls here. I could put it with nice fancy covers, but I'm not going to because I'm just gonna eat it. I'm gonna cover it with plastic and put it in my refrigerator because I will eat this up in the next few days. I'm gonna make a bowl of this and put it in there for myself. I'm also gonna add a can of chickpeas to this because I do remember having, I think it's called, I'm gonna say it wrong, tabbouleh, is that the word? I don't know, maybe that's what it is. And this reminds me of it. The chicken is so gosh darn good. And it reminds me of that flavor. And so basically make a bowl, put it in the refrigerator. When you have something already prepared, it's so much easier to grab that versus going, I'll just have the mac and cheese and hot dogs the kids are having, because that's, you know, way yummier than, you know, having to make a bowl like this to eat. And so when you're going to try to do some weight loss or cut back or eat healthy or whatever, instead of forcing your kids to eat stuff that they're not going to eat because, you know, they're used and conditioned to what you're serving them, make yourself some separate bowls like I'm doing right here. Like, it's not taking me that long to cook all this. I cooked my bulgur, I cooked my chicken. There's a lot of chicken in there, which is awesome. And so I'm just going to put together little bowls here, and then I'm going to cover and put them in the refrigerator. So now this weekend when I go, what am I going to eat? It looks so much better to have a hot dog and a hamburger. Yeah, because that is way yummier, and chips. But I'm gonna have this and go, wait, this tastes really good because I had it, it's very good. So I'm just gonna make my little bowls here. This is what it is. It's basically bulgur. You put some chicken on it, and the chicken is so good. It's got Tunisian spice. If you get some Tunisian spice on the chicken, and I just fried it in the stove, it's so good, so good. And then I'm gonna put it together with cucumbers, tomato, and there's feta. The dill, I had to laugh. I opened it. I'm like, oh, there's the dill I was looking for my pickles. I didn't even have to make pickles because we ate them. So put this in there, put it in bowls, put it in the refrigerator. This is a meal that I'm going to eat. Maybe I'll get a couple girls to eat it too. So this one I'm going to put in here. Delicious. I had to laugh. At the end of that recipe, it says, divide tabbouleh. That's what tabbouleh is. Hello, so I'm going to keep this extra Greek dressing, but look at that. Is that not delicious? I know it's delicious. I'm gonna take a bite and put it in the refrigerator. Oh, I know it's so good. Let me try a bite. That is a lot of yum. This would be a great thing to make for those of you looking to cut back on, you know, some calories and eat a lot of protein. So there's a ton of chicken in there. The bulgur, look for bulgur if you want bulgur, make some rice, and then the veggies. Ah, that is good. So I'm just gonna cover these, put these in the refrigerator. This is for me. This is gonna be my portion for the next, it's gonna be, we're gonna go out to eat tonight, but I'll eat this for lunch today. So Friday, I'll have it for Saturday lunch and Sunday, and then I'll have a dish for Monday, which will be good. So let me cover these, put them in the refrigerator. Okay, next I'm gonna do is this one. It is balsamic tomato and herb chicken. It looks really, really good. So I've got my chicken already cooking. I had to fry it. You know what I'm doing today? It's kind of weird. Not for you, for me. I'm trying to see the least amount of dishes that I can use to prepare. Usually Gather Your Fragment Friday, this over here is like so full of dishes, and I'm like, there's so much, and I'm okay with that, but there's just a lot of dishes. So today I'm trying to be mindful of using the same kind of pans and multiple, you know, using multiple times, just rinsing them out and reusing them. So that's, I don't know, it's just a weird thing for me. Let's see how much, like I put away the dishes that were from last night. There was just a few cups. So I've been reusing a lot of my stuff. So that's what I'm doing. That's for me today. This is just for me, not for any of you guys. So what I'm doing, I got chicken in the oven, it's broiling right now. I've got a pot of water boiling for spaghetti. I rinsed off my pan, I'm gonna reuse it, and I'm gonna chop up some tomatoes, garlic. I finally figured out how to peel garlic productively. Smash it down on the cutting board. And then there is some parsley here. That's good. Oh, you know what? It said parsley and chives, and I'm like, they didn't give me chives. There's the chives. They weren't with the parsley. So I'm basically going to pick parsley from, see all these new herbs. I'm learning herbs, which is good. I like Kimberly Wad from the Wads, you know, Kimberly Whisk. That's her name, Whisk, right? It's from the Wads. That's weird. The Wad family, why is her name, isn't it Kimberly Whisk, or does she make a joke that her name is Kimberly Whisk? I don't know. I'll find out one day. Maybe one of you can tell me that watched her longer. But from the Wads, and so she does a lot of herbs. I like her humor where she says she goes out to her garden and picks it. It's basically from the grocery store, like we would all do. So this has been a good way to do this. Just something different. Like I said, I'm exposing my kids to different things, and I like that. And then like that bowl back there, that's gonna be mine, which I'm excited for because it's gonna be delicious. So I'm just gonna chop up these things. I'll show you in just a minute. But this is good. So this is gonna be our dinner. We'll probably do this one on Sunday maybe. This might be a good Sunday meal when we come home, because we're gonna have a busy next couple days. Like I said, we have dinner, we're eating out tonight with friends, so I just have to take some food, which is easy. And then, look at that, chopping stuff up. I'm like, you know what I need maybe is like an herb garden. Hello? Like Lauren has her little one. Maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll get all fancy and have myself an herb garden. I don't know. Now that my plants are growing, I'm kind of shocked, because I think you can get them for like like I would put it right out here on my porch, which is direct sun all the time, except today when, you know, it's hurricane, raining weather, but that might be a good thing to do. Maybe next year. Then do herbs, okay, for all you plant people, because you know who you are, do herbs come up every year? I'm assuming they do. Like, so if I get a parsley plant, will parsley come on it every single year? Is that how that works? I'm assuming it would, right? So then it'd be an investment. It wouldn't be a waste. Like, not a waste, because you do eat, like if you get cucumbers, they don't come up every year. You have to buy them, but that would be different. Interesting. I'm gonna have to find that out. Maybe next year, because I'm liking the herb thing. It definitely makes the dishes taste way better. All right, do you want me to stop talking and show you what I'm doing? This is easy. It's basically going to cook some oil over here, and I'm going to put tomato, cook it with some Italian seasoning. Then I'm going to add vinegar and sugar. Like tomato sauce, you add sugar. And then butter, chives, parsley, salt, and pepper. That's it. It's balsamic vinegar. They give you a little bottle. So, and then you're just going to, yeah, that's it. Mix it all together. It's going to be delicious. Let me chop. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm gonna make my balsamic tomato mixture right here. I'm gonna save these because the girls will like these for their Barbies. They can have balsamic vinegar for their doll. Okay, all this food is making me hungry, so I'm gonna make my little bagel sandwich. I just cut this, I put it in the microwave for a minute because I got cold. Look at this. Boom, right there. There's my breakfast right here. So I was gonna put these in the refrigerator on the plate, but it's obviously kind of smushy, so I just cut them. I'm just gonna wrap them in plastic or the wax paper sheets. I will heat this up when I go to eat mine. So this is really gonna simple. You can just eat this too if you don't want the bagel, but I like the crispy burnt bagel with my eggs. So look at that. So I've got my own portion right here, and I've got my tabbouleh bowl. Is that the name of it? Yes. And then I'm also gonna make some soup too, but waiting for the pasta to finish cooking, and then I'll put together my chicken dish, get this one done, and then we'll move on to something else. Okay, that is very good. Now, I've always tried to make something like this where I would just basically put, like I thought the chicken over top of spaghetti would be good, but I would always use spaghetti sauce. And it would just taste blah, nobody liked it. Well, having that balsamic vinegar in there. That makes it sweet, makes it really, really good. So that's actually delicious. I know that's the sour. The sugar makes it sweet, but that's really good. So I left some cheese off for Jade. And so this, I'm gonna cover it. This is gonna be dinner on Sunday. This will stay in my refrigerator for a few days. We'll have it on Sunday. Delicious, another delicious meal. Balsamic tomato and herb chicken. That's really, really good. Learning something new every day. Balsamic, Lauren used to get balsamic vinegar like concentrate, and we put it in a couple different things, and it was really good. I forgot about that. I need to get more of that because that's really, really good. All right, I'm gonna do this, wash out my dishes. I don't have a ton. I got some in the sink I gotta wash, but I need them for the next dish. So let me cover this, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll keep going. Okay, the next dish I'm gonna make is firecracker meatballs with roasted green beans and rice. I'm just gonna make a firecracker sauce here. It's gonna be mayonnaise, sour cream, honey, and soy sauce. Sriracha to taste. I know it'll be a little bit spicy. I'm just gonna mix my meatballs up here. I've got the panko in here. Love the panko. Love the panko. You're adding some scallion white, some ginger, and soy sauce, and salt and pepper. Mix them up into balls. I'm gonna use my little meatball too, and I'll show you how that works here in a minute. Then we're gonna put them on a cookie sheet, and we're just gonna bake them in the oven. I think it's gonna be delicious, served over rice. Now I've got all my stuff mixed up, I'm gonna mix my meatballs. And I have gloves for the first time to do with these. So I'm excited because I always use my hands. Everyone's like, that's gross, get gloves. Well, I got gloves. Amazing how much better that is. It's little things in life. Yeah, you can just wash your hands. And I know these are more like medical gloves, but they fit better than, what's it called? Food grade gloves. That's okay, we're just gonna eat it. But I'm excited to use one of my viewers, Jill Nelson. This is a long time ago. I've saved this little piece of paper. She got me a gift a long, long time ago. And it's a meatball maker. And I was like, and this is when I think I did my huge freezer meal thing. I'm pretty sure I did. And I do not like making meatballs. Do not, because, hold on, because it's so much work to make meatballs. And I'm like, huh. So she sent me this, and I thanked her when she gave me the gift. It says, for your love-hate relationship with meatballs. So I'm anxious to see how to make this. It looks like you just, I feel like I looked it up on YouTube. You just kind of squish it into the meat, and then you just scoop out, and you've got a meatball. I'm hopeful to do that. So I'm going to mix this up with my hands and then try this gadget out and see if it works. But it'll be good. And all you do is, let me see, do I add that liquid mixture to here? I feel like this firecracker sauce should be in meatballs. I guess you put the firecracker sauce on top. That's okay. It's gonna be a firecracker sauce. My kids all like hot stuff, so I was not afraid to add sriracha and stuff to this. So let me mix it up with my hands. We'll try the meatball maker out. I need to Google real quick how to do that because I don't know how to do that. Let me Google real quick a video. All right, it looks like you just kind of put it on a plate and smush it down. They actually have DIY where you can make your own. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I don't know, we'll see if it works. Jill, if am I doing this wrong? Let me know. Okay, my meat wants to fall apart. Maybe it's because it's there's the oven. Maybe it's because it's more separate. I don't know. It's definitely not making the meatballs like you want to do it, but it just kind of separates it. So it's more like I could just take a spoon. So now that I have my gloves off, let me just roll these into balls, put them on the pan. Okay, this next soup I'm gonna make, this is for me. Some of the kids like this too, so it's not that I'll be the only one to eat it. It's veggie cabbage soup, cabbage vegetable soup. Now, when I did a lot of my weight loss after all my kids, well, the last two that I really tried, I made a huge pot of this. I put it in little containers, and I would eat it every single day. So for right now, I'm gonna keep some out and have some for lunches or dinners, depending on what we got going on, and just eat this. It's very filling. You can eat a lot of it, and it's good. I think back in the day, it used to be called cabbage soup diet. I don't know, there was some heart, I think it was a heart one for heart disease or something. I don't know, way back in the day. I remember as a teen, eating the cabbage soup diet. Mine's gonna be a little random because gathering fragments, but I do have a huge hedge of cabbage. I'm gonna cut this up. I have onions frozen. I have like 1.5 of these, and I've got spinach. I'm gonna use all this up to get rid of it. And then I probably put this in there, random vegetables, because we're getting stuff rid of the freezer. I don't have a tomato stuff at all, no diced tomatoes, so I pulled out the pizza sauce. It works. So You do what you can do. I'm gonna do this, and I've got chicken stock or vegetable stock that I'll use. I'll use vegetable stock in there. Put this on a pot, let it simmer. It's delicious. It freezes well. You can put lentils in it, and then it gives a little bit more protein in there. I might do that, but no. Do I do that? I might do that. I will do that today. So let me just chop all this up, put it all in the pot. Easy.
When someone don't help you, when someone don't help you through the rain, when feelings don't matter, and everything's nothing but a game. Just know that I'm with you. Just know that I'm with you through it all. And I'm gonna be there whenever you win or if you fall.
Okay, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna not add any more liquid just yet to let this melt down first, because the cabbage will kind of get wilty too. Just put over here salt and pepper, let it simmer. It's great. That's gonna be done. Then you can put it in little containers, freeze them. That's a good weight loss soup, along with my little tabbouleh bowls. And I think my stuff in the oven is cooking away. Let's see if any of it's done. Okay, looking through my refrigerator, what else can I gather? I have this. I have like 5 of these. We didn't eat them all. I left the green ones in the fridge. And I have a little bit of pepperoni. Last time I rolled up a tortilla with the string cheese and the pepperoni, and the kids loved it heated up. So I'm gonna see if maybe I can put 2 on each of these. I'll see how much pepperoni I've left. If I have more, I do have some tortillas I can use, but I'm just gonna, again, just a simple, easy lunch scrap. Put it in the air fryer, it's crispy, or in the microwave. They can dip it, but my kids just like it plain.
It's tough now, but trust me, yeah, trust me. I know that we will make it through the storm, 'cause you and me been fighters since we were born. It's all over our bodies and hearts, yeah, you.
All right, moving, getting things done. Stuff in the oven is, green beans are done. Let me take those out. Oh yeah, those are good. Let me set these over here. The meatballs could be done. I have to check them. These actually look really good. What I'm gonna do though is make a bunch of grilled cheese, because I have a little bit of like cheese. Actually, I have more cheese in the freezer. I just realized that. But my bread is kind of getting a little hard. I'm gonna make grilled cheese. Basically, cook it, wrap it up in a piece of wax paper sheets, and then that way, when they want to heat things, throw in the microwave. This is just an easy way to make some grilled cheese. Ooh, that's hot. That's a hot stove. I could melt the butter and put in the bread. I just don't want to. I'm getting to the end. So basically, I'm just going to use up a little bit of bread that I do have to make some sandwiches. I'm going to put a little bit of this on there, just sprinkle on, and then put the cheese slices, because this at least it will be close to the heat and it can melt, so it doesn't fall off when I go like that, you know, all over your griddle. Don't do that. It's so hot. Are you barking at me? Okay, that's gonna be cheesy. All right, we're gonna cook that, and then I have to cut a watermelon up, and I'm gonna mix up blueberry muffins, because I've got those wild blueberries. I was gonna do donuts. I haven't done donuts at all. Haven't done them at all. That's okay. I will. We're gonna make apple cider ones coming up in that, but just haven't gotten that far yet. So I'd like to make some blueberry muffins. So let me cook this, get my ingredients out for that, and we're gonna keep going. My stove is just trashed right now. There's so much food. I'm gonna let it clean as my go, but my burner here has definitely been used today. So these are in here. Some of them I'm not letting the cheese melt. I'll like try to microwave it. I keep burning my arm on this handle. My meatball and green beans are done in the oven. So this is the Firecracker meatballs with roasted green beans and jasmine. I'm just gonna pour this on top. This will be delicious. The sauce reminds me of a Chick-fil-A sauce. What is it? It's mayonnaise, sour cream, honey, soy sauce, sriracha. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, that's really good. It's not super spicy at all. I do have extra sriracha. I've seen sneezing. We can put it on top, but this is really good. Not bad for some good, delicious meatballs. It tastes like Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm gonna have to look up how to make Chick-fil-A sauce. Very well could be that way. I'm gonna cover it or let this sit 'cause it's pretty hot. I'm gonna chop up my watermelon next, get that out of there, and then make some muffins. All right, change of plans. That doesn't even taste good. That's so weird. We got that. When did we get this? A week ago? I don't know. It feels awful. It might, like the middle part looks good. The outside just does not. It looks like it froze or something. Okay, no, trash that. No watermelon, sorry. All right, so the last thing I'm gonna do, there's a lot of little stuff. I'm not gonna make a lot of desserts because we're gonna be gone having desserts this weekend. So I'm gonna make a batch of blueberry muffins. We just had some with friends and they were so good. And I'm like, I'm gonna make blueberry muffins. So just a small, I'm gonna double the recipe here just so it gives us 24, I think, or 16, whatever it's gonna be. We'll see, but I'm gonna put the recipe on the screen, mix it up. It'll be delicious.
Saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
Okay, so for this recipe, I was gonna start mixing it. I forgot that muffins, you wanna kind of stir it in because you don't want it to be, you want it to be a good little consistency. I use the heavy whipping cream because I'm gonna use that instead of milk just to use up what I have. So I'm just gonna mix this, pour it in here, my flour, and then add the blueberries. Should be delicious.
That you stick around. Show me what it's like from the other side. Would you stay another night?
All right, I'm getting to the end of my day. Yeah, I still had a lot of dishes, not as many as I usually have. Got some of this thing. I pulled out this soup here. This was the remainder of the gnocchi soup. I'll have this today. And then my soup over here is done. I'll show you that in a minute, the vegetable soup. This is chicken fajita meat. That is what I'm taking tonight as my thing to take because we're having a taco bar. So I'm taking chicken fajita meat and refried beans. I'm taking the southern ones. Refried beans, southern style. These are good. I'll take this and some tortillas. And then we have a ice cream, brownies with ice cream that we took as well. So that'll be our contribution to the meal tonight. So I am finished. It has been a good day. I'm waiting for my muffins so they can turn out of the oven here. I can show you what they look like. But we got a lot of food left over for gathering up and not having a whole lot to begin with. We sure did gather and have a lot. So let's see. Let me show you everything we got. Still have Rice Krispie treats. Those still taste good. And then over here, so this is cooking. This is frozen. We'll put some taco seasoning in there and then heat that up. That'll be good. This is the veggie soup. This is really good. When this cools, I will put it in these containers and freeze it. That will be good there. And in my this is the watermelon cut off, like pieces. That's it. We've got grilled cheese and we've got bagels here. This is the meatball. This is the meatballs with green beans right here. This goes down here, girls. This is the girls. Some of them had this French toast, that's the chicken back there. There's the roll-ups there. And then in here, I've got my tabbouleh bowls. This is my egg pieces. That's Lauren's lunch, she forgot. And that's it. That's gonna be my food here for today. So it's been a good day getting things made. Like I said, I'm still like, it's not a whole lot because we are gonna be eating out 2 more meals this weekend. So I'm like, I hate to make a lot of food because we're not gonna be eating it. But this will, I mean, this is a lot of food to some people. It's enough meals for each day. There's sides to fill in. We'll have this through Monday as well. So I'm waiting for the muffins to be done. Get those out and I'll show you those. I'm gonna go get my Bible so we can read our scripture after I show you the muffins. I found more stuff. I was in my pantry. I have a little bit of lemonade. I'm gonna make this up in our little pitcher. What I did is I put my chicken, I put taco seasoning in water, about halfway to cover it. I'm just gonna kind of let it cook. It'll make the chicken really soft and it'll absorb all that taco seasoning. And then all I gotta do is open this up, put it in a pan to heat it up before we go. That'll be easy enough. And then I'm done. Then I'm done. So let's mix up lemonade next.
I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
All right, those are really, really good. Did you get to see what they look like? Probably not. Look at blueberry muffins. So good. Do you ever, anybody else grow up with cake mix or Betty Crocker blueberry? Where you open up the little mini can. I thought that was the coolest thing and had really good blueberry muffins. So I'm finished. I'm ready to be out of the kitchen. I see sun outside. My goal is about 12:30 right now. I've been in the kitchen for about 5 hours, but I've been doing other things, so factor that in. But I don't have to be in the kitchen anymore this weekend. Completely done, which is a good thing. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Part of Monday I won't have to do this. So that's like 4 days. So it's less, it's about an hour in the kitchen and I'm filming, so that takes time too. So that's really not very much for an all-day food for everybody. So what I'm gonna do now, my chicken over here is kind of cooking away. I'm just like letting it absorb all the liquid. That's it, I'm done. I'm done for the day. We've got a lot of good food for the weekend. It's gonna be a good weekend. So let's read our proverb for the day. We're on Proverbs 13, verse 13. 13. Whoever despises the word and counsel of God brings destruction upon himself. But he who reverently fears and respects the commandments of God will be rewarded. The teaching of the wise is a fountain and source of life, so that one may avoid the snares of death. Good understanding wins favor from others, but the way of the unfaithful is hard, like barren, dry soil. Every prudent and self-disciplined man acts with knowledge, but a closed-minded fool who refuses to learn displays his foolishness for all to see. A wicked messenger falls into hardship, but a faithful ambassador brings healing. Poverty and shame will come to him who refuses instruction and discipline, but he who accepts and learns from reproof or censure is honored. Desire realized is sweet to the soul, but it is detestable to fools to turn away from evil, which they have planned. He who walks as a companion with wise men will be wise, but the companion of conceited, dull-witted fools are fools themselves and will experience harm. Adversity pursues sinners, but the consistently upright will be rewarded with prosperity. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the hands of the righteous. Abundant food is in the fallow, uncultivated ground of the poor, but without protection it is swept away by injustice. He who withholds the rod of discipline hates his son, but he who loves him disciplines and trains him diligently and appropriately with wisdom and love. So how are you supposed to train your child and discipline them? Diligently and appropriately with wisdom and love. The consistently righteous have enough to satisfy his appetite, but the stomach of the wicked is in need of bread. You don't want to be the wicked. We want to be the upright. That's what we're learning about, things that we can do. Proverbs is full of lots and lots of wisdom to help us in our lives. So, all right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with Abundantly Blessed. And if not, I will see you guys again on Monday for another day in the life. I'm going to finish, go edit, relax for the day, go sit in the sunshine. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you. Bye.